Oh my gosh, y'all, it's happened to me. One of my teachers left and took my students. Ah! Y'all have heard the tale before, right? If it has not already happened to you. And when it does, you're left in a daze, wondering how in the world, like, could this happen to you? What did you do wrong? Right? To have this happen to you. And so today, I want to dive in to the illustrious topic of how to attract, hire, and keep amazing staff. Now, if you're new here, say, hey, Aaron, what's up? Let me know that you're here. I want to know who is with us when we're having these conversations today. And on this week's episode, we are going to break down how to attract, hire, and keep amazing staff so you're never left stuck in this position ever again. Or we're going to mitigate it as much as possible. Hello, hey, how are you doing today? Hello there, hello. I am love seeing you all joining in this morning. I know that this is a topic that we see out there and hear about all the time. And so I wanted to dive on it and share that with you. Now, if you want a copy of today's show notes, drop the word staff below right in the chat. And me and my team will make sure to get those notes for you. And y'all, even if you're coming in on the replay, that's okay as well. I want to know too. So let us know it. You could drop a hashtag replay coming back in on the replay. We want to continue the conversation with you. Now, if you know someone, if you have a business bestie who needs to hear this message too, feel free to sprinkle the love around, right? That's the best gift that we can give our industries to make sure that everybody has the info that they need at their fingertips. So if you're joining me, say, hey, what's up? Let me know that you're here. I want to know who's with me today. All right. So, woo. Okay. I'm hearing all these ding, 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 ding. It's gonna be that kind of day. Hello there, my friends. Oh my gosh, so good to see you. Now, if you have stumbled upon us somehow, or you saw this and you're like, this is interesting. I want to have a listen. I'm Erin Bird. I am the hostess with the mostest here every single week, and I support studio owners and educators to really grow their businesses by creating their own unique vision of success without the burnout, the overwhelm, or sacrificing your personal life so you can really have all the passion in the world for what we do and love, but you can also make a really great career out of it. Hey there, Rachel. So glad that you're here. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Who's loving the new Dance Studio Empire signage, right? It is something that we did for our booth at Dance Teacher Web. And I thought, let's move it on in here for us as we are going forward. So, y'all, now I have a question. Let me know, because I need to know where we're at. I needed to take a pulse real quick. Need to take a little bit of a pulse. So, have you ever had a teacher leave and take some of your students? In the comments below, let me know if that's happened to you. Now, here's what I can tell you. In all of my years, I've never been in that position. And I want to share with you today what I think or what I know is the magic sauce for hiring, for attracting the right people, hiring and keeping them to stay, right? I know. Oh my gosh, Paula, right? I'm going to show this real quick. Thank you so much. I saw in your Instagram reel that you had sent over. It's very similar. Love it. So yes, we are zhishing it up over here and having a little bit of fun because you know me, I love nature, wood, textures, all of that. And so I thought, ooh, it would be so fun. All right, my friends, are we ready to dive in to the reason that we are here today? How to attract, hire, and keep amazing staff, right? I need to know because I'm in this boat too, y'all. Here's what I could tell you. Finding staff right now can be really challenging. And it's interesting because I don't know about you. I read on some of the boards, and some of the Facebook groups and things of that nature that people need staff and having a hard time finding them. But B, on the other side, then we have teachers who are saying, "Oh my gosh, I'm looking for stuff and can't find anything." So where's the disconnect? What is happening? Um, Oh, well, there you go. Okay, so Kimberly, she has had one teacher leave and then also two dance moms open studios. So you have four studios now literally on the same street. Ugh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Okay, so let's dive in to talk about how do we attract the right peeps, um, take them through the hiring process, and then keep them as long as possible. Now, this is a very big topic. So I'm going to give you some of the best nuggets today. So lean in, bear with me. I want to get through this for you guys, and I hope that you guys get, hey there, Michelle, you get some value. We love to learn out loud around here. So if there's something that resonates with you, I would love for you to drop a hashtag nugget, hashtag takeaway, and let us know what it is because that helps me and it helps the others who are coming in on the replay lean in a little bit more and say, okay, this was really important to you and maybe it's important to me. And the other thing that we do know is that there is a synapse in your brain when you write something down, when you type something out, that actually anchors in the idea. So, y'all, if there's a takeaway for you, I would love for you to drop a hashtag nugget so that way everybody else is like, ooh, maybe I should kind of think about that. All right, my friends, are we ready to get this party started? So let's start with the beginning in mind. How do we find, right? How do we attract the right people to our studio? And I was having a conversation the other day about a posting that was created for studio owner was looking for someone to work at the front desk. They wanted them to be the first point of contact. They wanted them to take care of some admin and operations stuff. And when she said, I've posted this on ZipRecruiter and Indeed, and I've gotten 0 hits. What is going on? Because people are looking, everyone says they need jobs, people are looking, but I've gotten 0 hits. And it all starts with how are we attracting people to come to us, the right people to come to us? And it starts with a couple things. Number one, any position that we want to fill, we need to think about the intention of that position, the heart. What is it that we want? So for her, she wanted the front desk person who was going to be the heartbeat, right? They were going to be the first connection in talking with families. She was envisioning this person to be, be that person to give them the warm fuzzies, right? But the job listing was for an operations manager. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I can tell you the title operations manager doesn't give me the warm fuzzies. And so, for whatever position that we're looking to hire for, we need to start with envisioning who is the perfect person. What are their attributes? What are their personalities? What is it that they are bringing to the table, right, for you and your studio? We need to think about them. And we need to think about what it is would make them the ideal candidate. Start with your values and what values and things that you need them to bring to the table. This is really about the heart, right? And so this is talking about the values. Now, of course, do we need our person to be, maybe she needs them to understand how to work a CRM. Maybe she needs them to understand, she would prefer for them to have a certain education, right? Those are all things that we need. And those could be maybe requirements or things that they're looking at, but that's not the heartbeat, y'all. So it starts with thinking up and imagining who it is that you want to fill this position first. And after talking, it was like, well, I want someone who just is like, I think about my grandma, and she just was, everybody loved her. She was loved giving big hugs, and she loved having people around, and she felt like she wanted to just serve everyone and make sure that everyone was taken care of and that everyone felt loved. And I said, okay, well, does operations manager, does that title align with what you are hoping to get from this person? And the reality was it wasn't, right? So we started thinking about and brainstorming together, okay, what is it that you want this person to do? How do you want people to feel when they interact with them? How do you we started brainstorming. And so before we ever start the hiring process, we have to really get clear on who we want to attract. And you're going to have somebody very different, apply if they see we're operations manager than someone who is like, ooh, I want to know more about the studio concierge position. I want to know more about the client um, care specialist. I want to know, right? Words matter, and we want words that are going to attract our ideal candidates. Does that make sense to everybody? So to attract the right candidates, we have to be clear about who we want to come to our studio. I think so many times studio owners get caught up in well, here are the daily tasks and here are the things that I want people to do. And while they need to know some of that for qualifications, at the end of the day, people remember how you made them feel. And so we need the right person for the job for that purpose. So we're going to start, how do we attract? We attract the right people by getting clear on who we actually want and who those people be, right? And if you've had somebody in the past that has been perfect in this position, like what made them the rock star in this position? What was their personality? What was their love language? Right? And so this is how we start to find the right people. Drop a hashtag attract if you are like, you're getting it, right? In that we have to take an objective look at our job descriptions, what we're putting out there, right? So we can attract the right people. It's key. It's key. And there's so much out there. Thank you. Yes! Love it. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you for letting me know that you're leaning in. All right. So attracting the right people is the beginning, right? And once you start to get more candidates in that you're like, ooh, okay, this resonated with him. And the truth of the matter is, you might actually have less applicants come in, but you're going to have more of the right fit ones. Hope that's helpful. Because sometimes we're like, oh my gosh, we only got 3 people who applied. Ooh, but there were 3 really amazing candidates who seemed to fit all or check all the boxes. So now you have your pick. Instead of, ooh, I got 25 applications and none of them have any of the qualifications. None of them feel like the right fit, right? I'd rather have less of the perfect fit than more of ones who are just applying to apply. Yeah. All right. So the next thing, yes, quality over quantity any day. Yes. Right? Any day I will take quality over quantity. So then the next phase is hire. Now, before I hire any staff member, I don't care if they're admin, teachers, I don't care if they are program directors, I don't care what their position is. They go through the hiring process and the full hiring process. I do not skip steps, because when you skip steps, that's when problems arise down the road and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't understand what happened. You didn't follow the system to weed out the people who shouldn't be there. So you can only be upset with yourself. I know, I said it. I said it, y'all. But if you do not follow a full hiring system to try to mitigate your risk of this happening, you can't blame anybody but yourself. Okay, so the hiring process for me, it is a full process. I am slow to hire, fast to fire. I know it might be a funny mantra, but I am going to just, drop it in here. Slow to hire, fast to fire. And what do I mean by that? I am slow to hire. I take my time. I methodical about the hiring process. So for us, the slow to hire is they have to go through the process. They have to apply through our application process, right? We're going to do a Zoom interview, a short Zoom interview for me to, get eyes on them, see if, how they're showing up, how they present themselves. It's quick, it's fast, not a huge thing, right? Then before they ever move on to the next round, I give them a task and a due date, right? So it might be, hey, for this admin person, I would love for you to do this love languages assessment, and I need it back to me within 48 hours. Just copy and paste the results and send those to me in an email. Because deadlines are important to me, and I don't care if you're a teacher or if you're a studio concierge or if you're the program director. Deadlines matter. And if you cannot meet a deadline during your application process, that is an indicator you will not meet deadlines down the road, whether it's cutting music, getting me choreography, right? So that piece right there is a crucial, crucial step. I give them a task to do before they move on to the second round of interviews. It's crucial because I cannot stand something more than people not meeting their deadlines. They're there for a reason, because we have other people who need their stuff to make everything work and to be efficient. So that is crucial in our hiring process. Then we go on to either if they've passed that part, they followed through, they've done the task that I've given them, then we might go to like what I call a working interview, where maybe they do come into, if it's a teacher, maybe they come to one of our classes so I can see how they teach, they can see how we teach, they can make sure. And this is about whether it's a good fit for them and for us. They might come to your studio and be like, this is, I'm not vibing with this studio because their culture is way different than what I'm used to or what I expect or how I know I teach. So it's for both sides of the coin. It's not just for us, it's for them as well. Right? And then I'm like, okay, from there we can make our determination if do they need to move on in the hiring process. If they did great during that working interview, then we do move on to another interview. And oh my gosh, it's another round of interviews where we dive in a little bit deeper, and it's before we make an offer. And I personally don't do those by myself. It's me and my assistant, or even me and my husband, because we both work in the business. Or, right, there's two people there because I love for multiple people to have their take on the interviews. So we have that before we move into a formal offer, which might sound like a lot of work, y'all. But believe me, it is so, so worth it to take the time to properly vet them as much as possible and mitigate the risk. And then our job is, once we made the offer and they have accepted, to have a really great onboarding and training process to make sure that we're not hiring them and just throwing them into the wolves because we're like, well, they're a great teacher and they've taught before. That doesn't mean they've ever taught for you in your studio. And you want to early on set them up for success and make sure that what they do in their classroom aligns with your values, or what they do at that front desk aligns with your values, and everybody feels confident in their role before being left alone. Again, so many times maybe we get put in a pinch and we're like, oh my gosh, we found this here, or here, go. And they don't feel supported. They don't feel confident in their role. They don't know what they need to do. And what happens is they don't get the support that they need. So what happens? They end up leaving. And they either will go start their own thing because they think they can do it better, because maybe they can. Maybe they didn't get the support that they need, right? Because of whatever circumstances that happened. So we need to have that process in place to make sure they're supported, right? Now, we've got attract, we've got hire. Y'all know what's coming up next. I hope you do. Keep. How do we keep amazing staff with us who absolutely adore what we do? Now, I'm going to preface this, y'all. Please lean in. You have to do your job as a leader to keep your staff for as long as they are meant to be part of your studio or part of your business. And I think this piece is really important. So many studio owners feel like, oh my gosh, I hired this teacher and they were great. And then like 3 years down the road or 2 years down the road, they left. And I don't know why, life stuff happened or whatever, but like, I don't understand. Here's the thing. What I hope that everybody understands is that we as leaders, we as the owners, studio owners, CEOs, we have to come from a place where we are showing up as a coach and a mentor first to our staff. I believe it is crucial to not only building loyalty, because remember, my platform, and I sing this, I stand on my soapbox all the time, is we are in the people business first. Dance second. So when you invest in coaching and mentoring your staff, not only will your staff retention rates increase, which will make your student retention rates increase. Happy staff equals happy students, happy parents. It's a ripple effect. So we have to focus on making our staff know that we believe in them, that we want them to achieve their big life goals, and that we will be there to support them and help them along in that journey, even if it means they are going to leave us. Because if they want more for themselves than just, working a couple nights a week or whatever the case might be, we need to respect that and we need to help them achieve their goals, because that is the key piece to keeping them for as long as they are supposed to be with you. I have a staff member, or she used to be a staff member, love her to bits. And you know what? She's absolutely loyal to us to the core. She says, we put her through law school. Now, I know we did not pay for the law school, but she is now a lawyer. But she worked with us when she was in getting her bachelor's degree. And then when she went through law school, but key for us was taking the time to invest in her, having those conversations, helping her lay out her plan to get to her goal. Understanding for us that Her teaching was not her big dream and her big goal. Her big dream and her big goal was to become a lawyer, y'all. And so my job as her boss, as the leader of our company, is to help her achieve that goal. Could she have somewhere along the line left and opened up her own thing? Absolutely. She's freaking amazing. She's freaking amazing, right? And I wouldn't blame her because you know what? She's amazing and she would have done great. But her big goal was to become a lawyer. Our jobs are to help others succeed. And so that starts with being a coach and a mentor first and holding space and setting up time to actually have these conversations. Check in with them to see how they're doing. Do they feel like they're supported? Do they have what they need? Do they have the tools to do their job? Are you paying them what they deserve? Are you paying them to come to monthly staff meetings? Are you paying them to be there at recital? Are you, right? Are you setting up consistent staff meetings and team building exercises and things to make them feel included in the studio? We have to make these a priority if we want to keep our staff, if we want to retain them and cut down on turnover. Now, there's always going to be life things that happen. But if staff do not feel loved, supported, heard, and taken care of, it is easy for them to say, you know what, I'm going to step away and just deal with this. But if they know that you're going to support them and walk with them hand in hand to get to their goals, to walk through the hard times, to be there to support them, they will stay in the game with you. But so many times studio owners tell me, well, we get so busy, everything, like it's so crazy and trying to do all the things and whatever. And here's the thing. Are you doing all the things to be productive? Are you picking the right things to move the needle forward? And y'all, investing your time in your staff is crucial to your growth and to keeping them for as long as they're supposed to be with you. Most staff are not going to be lifers. This is not their business. It is yours. But let me tell you, you can find some of those diamonds in the rough and you can have them stay with you and be on this journey with you if they feel loved and supported. This is how we keep our staff. But I also go into it knowing that people are not going to stay with me forever. The grass is green where you water it. Yes. So good. Grass is green where you water it. We have to invest in them. And that is how we keep them. Okay. Whew. Let's do a little quick, before we do that, y'all, my mind. Want to make sure. I am holding this Friday, I'm holding our September masterclass. It is going to be on profitable preschoolers, how to leverage preschools, daycares, your community to increase your income. And I'm going to be sharing with you some of the trends that we are seeing this season, which is absolutely amazing. I'm going to be sharing them with you this Friday in our masterclass. If you would love to be part of that masterclass, drop the word preschoolers below and I will get you the info to join us. It's happening Friday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 Eastern. We are going to be diving into how to increase your income by leveraging your community, by leveraging those preschools and those daycares and those after school programs. So we're going to be talking about that, and we're going to be talking about this year's trends, which is super important because we're having to shift a few things inside of some of our programs. So yeah, drop the word preschoolers below, and me or my team will reach out to you and send you a message, and we will get you into that masterclass that is happening this Friday. All right, my friends, let's do a speedy recap in case you came in a little bit late. That's all right. I wanted to let's just do that. Let's do a speedy little recap on how to attract, hire, and keep amazing staff real quick. So, y'all, number one, how do we attract? It starts with the end person in mind. We have to know who they be and who we want them to be and what makes them an amazing fit for our job that we're offering, right? So, what makes them the feelings? What are they going to show up as? Who are they? Know that person, because we have to speak to that person to get the right person to actually apply. It has to resonate with them. It has to hit home that this is the place for them. And once we have those right people, we need to go through a full hiring process. We are slow to hire and quick to fire, but we have to take them through the full process of hiring, because if we do not, that is where problems happen. If we feel in a rush or we skip steps, there will be problems down the road, my friends. So we need to follow our hiring framework to make sure that we are mitigating our risk and that we are finding the proper person to fill that position. And then how do we keep them? We have to invest in them. We have to first and foremost be their coach, their mentor, their leader, and help them lay out, plan, and achieve their biggest dreams and their goals. That is our job as a good leader. That is how we keep people loyal to us. They know that we love and care about them, and that we could see that we are committed to them finding their own unique vision of success. That is our job. That is how we keep them for the long haul and for whatever their time is that they are supposed to be with us, and that they don't move on and go and start their own thing because they think they can do it better. But we have to invest in our people. That is how we keep them. And when we invest in them, we retain our staff, which means we retain our students. There is a direct correlation to staff retention and student retention. 100%. So we have to take the time to invest in our staff. Happy staff equals happy students and happy families. We have to invest in them and pour into them. That is key. All right, my friends. I hope that you had some hashtag nuggets today, some takeaways, and I hope to see everybody this Friday at the Profitable Preschoolers training that is coming up. Drop the word preschoolers below if you would like more information about that, and me and my team will reach out to you to get that, get you all set up and squared away into the secret location where we will be holding that training. I am going to be leaving you there for today, my friends. I hope that you are leaning into joy, into gratitude this week as we move forward into a new season. I hope that you will join me next Wednesday as well, same time, same place, for another episode of the Erin Bird Live Show for Dance Studio Empire. All right, my friends, I'm going to leave you there. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye, guys.